You can call it YouTuber's intuition, but I'm almost positive that you want to learn how to properly clean and maintain your paint sprayer. Maintaining your airless sprayer is crucial in ensuring its performance and longevity. If you've been keeping up with our paint sprayer series, then you're already aware about the last step we've yet to cover, the cleanup. I'm James from thepaintpeople.com, and I want to warmly welcome you back to the College of Spray Knowledge. Today's video is all about the mega important process of cleanup after you've finished. If you haven't seen the previous episodes of this series, I'll leave them all in the description below so you can go through them in sequence. For everyone else, let's go see Dave once again so he can fill us in on how to properly take care of your machine after using it.
Hey, Dazzling Dave here again, here to show you how to clean out your machine and how important it is to keep your sprayers clean. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna push the paint out of the machine and we're gonna clean out the machine. The hose holds about a quart, so it's gonna take a little bit to push it out. Okay, so guys, we're gonna take it out of the machine. First thing I usually do is I wipe it down. It just prevents anything from drying onto your pipes. So we put that there, and it does get a little messy, but this little step is probably the messiest step you're gonna take. Now, to save paint, we're gonna put the return back into the paint. We're gonna turn it down to low pressure because we're dealing with paint right now and we do not want to splatter everything because you're probably finished your job and everything looks beautiful. We wanna keep it that way. So we're gonna turn on the machine. Just at low pressure. We're gonna run it till you see it's not gonna be totally clean, but it's gonna be like a milk. So now we got that milky consistency. We're gonna turn it off, put it into the water. So guys, we're gonna push all the paint out of the hose now. First things first, we're taking the tip out. What that does is just makes everything a little bit faster. So low pressure again, turn the machine back on. Open up the trigger and push it to spray. As you can see, it's coming out nice and slow. Now that we've gotten all the paint out, we can go into super cleaning now. So we'll just take the paint out of our way so we don't cause a mess. So now you're gonna turn it full pressure. You're gonna run the machine, let it run for a bit. You're gonna open up your trigger again, put it to spray, let it run. Basically what we're doing is we're just letting any little loose paint that's caught into the hose or on the side of the wall of the pump, we're just gonna give it a little shot out. So we let that run for about maybe 20 seconds to 30 seconds. We're gonna let go of the trigger, let it pressurize. Now that it's pressurized, we're gonna hold onto this hose and we're just gonna go quickly down and back up. What we're doing here is inside here, we're pressurizing it, so when we release the pressure, anything that's stuck on the walls is getting flushed right out of the system. So I do that about maybe 4 or 5 times. And guys, remember, hold on to this. Now we go to the gun. Pressurize again. Either stick the gun right into the bucket of water and give it a shot. Pretty much this is considered clean. I wouldn't suggest to leave water in the system. It rusts the pump, and in Canada, we get cold. These machines freeze and it's gonna cost you a lot of money for me to fix it. So now that we know we got the pump and the hose all cleaned out, we gotta clean out our tips. If we leave paint in this, it's gonna plug up and it'll never be used again. So we just put it back into the sprayer, tighten it up, and turn it back on, put it to pressure, put it in the bucket, and just give it a couple shots. Turn it, so you go to the clean out mode, give it a couple more shots. Now that tip is nice and clean. Depressurize, loosen it, take your tip out. So now that we know we got everything cleaned out, we're gonna put in our storage fluid. Either pump armor, mineral spirits, or in this case, I'm using windshield washer fluid. Put it into the water. You're gonna turn it on, Till you see blue. As soon as you see blue, you know that there's windshield washers throughout the whole system. Same thing with the gun, you're gonna turn the trigger on and blast it out. So you know to turn it off when you see the blue fluid coming out of your gun and your return hose. This indicates that the machine is full of your storage fluid. And guys, don't forget, this filter here has to be cleaned out once a day. Really easy to clean out, just pull it out, swish it in some water, and that's clean, you're ready to go. So now that we're ready for storage, you can put it in a couple places. You can either leave it in a heated shop or your garage. Hopefully there's some heat in there. Please do not leave it in your truck. What happens is the metal gets cold, even though you got windshield washer through it and the sensor doesn't go. Once you suck up paint, it actually can freeze the paint inside the tube. So let's try to make this a common practice of not leaving this machine in a cold area and make sure it's clean all the time.
These have been the fundamentals of taking care of your paint sprayer from start to finish. Be sure to stay tuned because in the future we'll have even more videos on airless sprayers, including unboxings and reviews and comparisons. If you have any questions about airless sprayers, please don't be shy and let us know in the comment section below because we'll be happy to answer everyone. In the meantime, check this out. We do 2 videos every single week on this channel, one video that's a little more on the technical side, and one that's devoted to color. That's it for this one. See you on the next one.